and welcome to Exactly Average. Today we're going to be having a look at Songs of Conquest. I've been so excited about this game. I've had it for on my radar for quite some time. If you liked anything like Heroes of Might and Magic, then this is going to be the game for you. It is absolutely brilliant. I've played on it for, I've got about 20 or so hours into the game because I've actually had it for a bit longer. It is released today into early access. The developers are absolutely excellent and they have worked so hard on getting this game to be where it should be. So we're just going to jump in and start on a quick single player campaign. We're going to start the first campaign. There is 2 campaigns at the moment. There is going to be more. You can also create a custom campaign, and there is also multiplayer. Which you can play. I will be playing one tonight with my friend Freddie, and that will go up onto the channel. So let's jump in and get on to the first campaign. So we're just going to do the basic, the first song, which is for Celia Southheart. And this is, I can't remember the name of the class. So let's just go on to the first one, start a new mission, and jump straight in. So here we are in the first one. So Celia Southheart, the new Baroness of the Barony of Southheart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from the region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected an uprising of bandits and peasants, and had already sent troops to the region to restore order. Okay, so this is how the game looks. This is our guy. I love the art style in it. They've worked so hard, and compared to where it started, it has come such a long way as well. So up here in the top left-hand corner, we have our armies and our person as well. And then you have your Wielders sheet, which gives you a lot of information. I'll go through that with you in a minute. And your spell sheet, again, this is quite different from how Heroes worked. I will explain it through with everyone as we go as well. We have 5 out of 20 rangers and we have 5 out of 20 footmen. Okay, so basically it's just right click to move, click again, and that's it. So death comes to us all sooner than others, and we had 250 XP for that. Let's go to this here as well. So we get +2 movement for 1 turn. Carry on through here, go and get this dead commander. So here we have a dead commander wore Southheart colours, the distinctive sign of the Corvus Reavers. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against Southheart troops was more serious. Okay, so I think that's us done for this one. So it's just E to end turn. Carry on through. Loot this. 800 gold, lovely. Oh. So, some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Celia Corvus's reserves, and they had clearly seen some combat recently. Hail, Baroness. The Corvus reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What's the situation and status of the mines? Our scouts detected hostiles about, my lady. The gold mine to the south has been seized by rebels. We also encountered an unexpectedly well-armed force at Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well-armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the error of their ways. Gather the troops, we march for Flint Hills. So we get these extra in our army as well, so mass move those in. Okay, so let's grab that. Source of riches. We'll take the rangers, please. Source of power. So, what I'm going to do up here is I'm actually going to split these across. I'll explain. So what happens in the battles, the way that we get magic in this game. So you can see this would cost 4 blue magic, which is order. This costs 3 chaos magic, destruction, and so on and so forth. Then over here you have mixed magics. So you need 3 order and 3 chaos in order to cast this magic. Okay, and it tells us up here what type of magic we can get from our troops. Now, the way it works is each time your troop has a turn, it gives you one of that magic. So here we have the Rangers. They are order. So that would give us one magic. This would give us another 2 magic. This would give us another 1 magic. In fact, actually then, let's split those. Does that give us... Yes, that gives us 4 magic. So now we have 2, 4, 5 magic from those. So that's why I split them rather than having them all in one stack. But I'd rather have... No. We're going to split these because I'd rather have 2 lots of ranged attacks. Let's go kill these. So, stand down. This mine belongs to the barony of Southheart. It belongs to me. We will do no such thing. You'll be wise to go back to your castles and prepare for a storm. There's one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves. So, this is the battle system. So, height makes a difference on this game. So, the terrain makes a difference. So, for instance, here, we're on a higher terrain. So, that actually gives us a better advantage as a ranged character. It works for melee as well. So, yeah. So, there is a massive advantage for being up high. And then down here, we have our melee. These you can only go on one of these hexes that are colored shaded in like that. And the other side as well, we know that they're going to be on these 3, but we don't know what is going to be where. Okay, so let's do manual battle on this one. So they're all ranged. That is not good for us. Okay, so we're going to want to come here. It hurts. So you can see this gives us deadly range plus 100% damage. So that's because of where they are, distance-wise. We also get extra because we're up high. So let's see how many of these we can take out with that. Okay, so you can see here, it only does 3 to 4. Because we're on low ground, we get minus 20% damage. It will be 3 to 4, so I'm still going to go for that one. So up here, if we were attacking from down on this side here, we would get a debuff to it. But because we can go up high, we're going to go and attack this one. Let's finish these off. You can't reach, so we're just going to go forwards with you. So you can move and then shoot, but then you get, as you saw, minus 50% damage. Your people also have like a little area around them. You see this red area? If I move out of that, this guy gets like a counter attack. Basically, I think they call it an attack of what's the words for it? Oh, I can't for the life of me remember the word. Attack of I can't remember the word. So yeah, basically you get like a counter attack if they move out. It's like an attack of opportunity, basically. I'm not going to use any magic on this fight because I'll have finished them anyway. But we'll show you magic in hopefully the next fight as well. So that's our victory. Lost a couple of rangers, which isn't great. 1 footman, but we did kill quite a lot there. So, and we've leveled up. So, this is the way the level ups work. So, at the moment, you saw I can only have 3 sets of people. During the level ups, it gives you 3 options. With this class, so this is kind of like the Haven class. So, it's like, you know, knights and swordsmen and bowmen. So, that's the type of class that we're going to be going with at the moment. So we do have quite a good ranged set of people. Troops get melee resistance. That's quite good. Melee offense, ranged offense, and ranged defense. But I think I would rather be able to split my stacks more, or have more stacks anyway. So we're going to go and command up first. So I can split these out now. There we go. One thing I was going to show you. So on the wielder sheet here. So let's show you this quickly as well. So you have all your equipment like you would normally have in any Heroes of Might and Magic game. It shows you on the right what skills you have. You do get a really good skill. I think it's at level 4 or 8. I can't remember. You get like a super skill, basically. Then over here, we have our modifiers. So we have 3 different types. So the troop modifiers is really good because it tells you this is specifically for your troops in your army. So they all have 10% melee resistance, 5 melee offense, 5 ranged offense, and 10 defense. So plus all of those things compared to their base stats. And if you hover over them, you can see the difference that it makes on them. So you got in the brackets, you got the what their base is, and then in the green obviously is their upgraded because of our modifiers that we have. Then you have temporary modifiers. So we went to the waterfall, so we have +3 movement, and we have it for one round left. And then finally, modifiers gained by equipping weapons and armor. We have none at the moment, but I'll show you that later. So you can see here that there's +3 movement from the waterfall. So it's all quite good. It does explain things very well. So we now have the gold mine. Perfect. So let's go and try and find us a city to own. Okay, so it's an old battlefield, so let's get the source of power from this. So we get +20 defense and -10 offense for 1 battle. Okay. Wheels of Essence. Celia was no ordinary commander, she was a wielder, and could draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. Okay, +1 order, lovely. Let's go grab this. So we'll take the militia, put them together, so we can have the militia. Another 12 militia, lovely. Footman. Armor, so that will now go into here. So now that gives us +4 defense. So you can see here what our equipment modifier does. And that's... So our defense is passed on to our troops. So we got +34 defense on the troops. Carry on grabbing what's up here. Gold. We have... Oh, right. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire of Aurelia spanned the whole world. Statues of the Empress can still be found spread across Arleon, and many folk speak dreamingly of the golden years of Aurelia. Okay, so yeah, militia are really good actually as well. I prefer the rangers because with the militia, they have to reload in between their shot, but they are really powerful. So yeah, it kind of works well. The rangers are better, but the militia are pretty strong. Erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants block the road west. You best be gone, young Southheart. Flint Hills are free lands now. Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies. Who will protect the people? You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you? One of good intentions. I've seen Southheart mercy. When old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. Now turn back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Southheart will stand. So, let's have a look. That is on the base. I like those being there. They're good being high up. think I'd rather switch these. Is that high? It is, yeah. So I'd rather switch these. The reason for that is these are going to reload, so I don't want them to be able to be hit easily. Okay, we have all ranged again. So let's get this guy going up here. This one I cannot do. So let's... Still out of range. Put defense on him because they're definitely going to attack him. It's from 5 to 8. Because they're in deadly range. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Let's move you here. I know it's going to give us less attack, but it means that we can hit everyone in a future turn. Okay, so now he can attack this one. 6 to 10 will die. Lovely. You can't reach anyone still. Can you reach anyone now? No. Let's finish that one off. So, all friendly troops. We'll do this one. All friendly troops plus 10 defense, plus 10 offense, and plus 10 range. So you can see here how many we have as we're going as well. Let's finish this one off. See, this is what I mean. He can't shoot now. I could finish the game off, but he can't shoot. So, yeah. It's an annoyance. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Only losing one ranger, that is not terrible. Although the rangers are the ones I would like to lose the least, but still. Okay. So it has a really cool thing here as well. So you see here, you can see threat level, and then you can see between 1 and 25 number in attack. You'll understand more about that in a second when we can actually show you on a proper sort of stack of people. As Celia troops approach Flint Hills, our well-armed force of soldiers, wearing no barony's colours, come out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a wielder. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. So, time to fight a proper fight. Let's move these over here. You can go there. They're going to be dangerous. Don't have any magic yet. How far can he go as well? So he can't reach anyone. So if I bring him back over here, and he could reach me. That's annoying. I could bring him up high though. Let's do that. Because he only has one ranged person. He can't reach any of my people. Let's wait with this one. Ah, there we go. That's annoying. Because what I want to do is get our magic up and attack as many of these onto here as we can. Still can't beat him, so that's keep going on that. Because he gets less, he gets a debuff now because of where he is. So I could finish him off, or yeah, let's just start taking these out. Give everyone a buff. I knew that was going to cause an issue. Losing a lot of troops here. Should have. See, now if I go away, he's going to hit me. So I have to do melee. Even though I really don't want to. So that's them sorted. Well, we lost way more than we wanted to there, but still. We got through it. Now, I think we get our first town. A crowd of peasants led by a village elder came out to greet Celia as her force entered Flint Hills. I've defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Southheart. It is my duty now. Who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and the soldiers appeared recently and armed all the local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south towards Barkspur, where their patron waits. And none of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warden or to Springhold? No, my lady. We feared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask for their help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you were made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces and together we will restore order to this territory. We heed the call of Southheart as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant hut. Okay, so now we can hire some more people. Some stone. Peasant hut. Grab everyone that we can. Okay, and then we're off down here. So extra movement for a couple of turns. A small band of Celia scouts stood waiting along the roadside. Lady Southheart, Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, Villa of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest edge. Corporal, this is not the forest edge. Those troops are camped within the Tenderwood. They may have disturbed the Fae. The Fae, my lady? Surely the Fae are only a myth. Superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythological creatures? The law of leave still stands. We must make sacrifice or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit for the forest beings to atone for your error. Await your judgment. My life is yours. Your death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there is an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. I need all of my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady South. So we have these in. Those into there. Move those. equally. There we go. Okay. More militia. More militia. Wow, we're getting loads of militia. Which is... We get one more set of troops, size-wise. I guess it means that we can have 3 sets of those, and one of those, and one of those, which is great. So 3 sets of militia, because we have loads, so... Pick that up. Go down to this tree down here now. So, as you can see here, we don't know the threat level. It seems they're between 1 and 25 in number. Okay, so, but because we're stood next to them now, I'll end my turn, and we should be able to see. The closer that you get... There you go. So now we're close enough. I think there's some sort of skill as part of the character tree, character section, where... Oh, we'll have a archer's helmet as well. Nice. Where the closer that you get, it'll tell you how tough the fight is going to be and the numbers of the people. So it's all done in proximity-wise. So face spirits, flying creatures of the tender world, like bat-like wings, long claws and sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Celia and her troops. Humans be gone. We wish to leave an offering for our trespasses in the forest, as is stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirits, I will do my duty. No humans, none ever. Spirits, do not trifle with me. I am Southheart, and by the agreements I seek to make amends, if you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I will draw arms and put you out of your misery. You are misery. Misery. So be it. Okay, so let's see how this goes. We'll just do manual battle. Fortunately, these aren't ranged, so we should be able to take them all out quite quickly. Okay, so one annoyance here is that because this one has... that's fine, we still killed them. That's great. Out of range, that's annoying. One step and they're all in range. Ridiculous. Okay. Well, take out what we can. And they're all gone. See, when you have the ranged ones, if you can actually get the ranged fights off, it's so much easier. Well, all of those are dead. Let's grab this artifact. Worn boots. So, movement and view radius. Lovely. Visit the source of power. The offering tree with the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend Vilja of Thorncliffe had described them once, but it had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy, and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tinkled like tiny bells on the breeze, and most uncommon. The tree gave off an aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would have given her when she was small. That sounds delicious. Your mother gave you cider when you were small? That's unfair. Bay of the Forest for trespassing. Bay of the Forest for trespass upon your woods. We offer compensation. For these face spirits slain, I ask for forgiveness. They could not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. Okay. So basically, we have to give them 1,000 now, just to say. Sorry. But it does give us +3 offense and defense, and that's a permanent buff rather than just for a fight or, you know, for a certain amount of time. So Where's the waterfall? Let's check out the stone altar. Round shield, lovely. And some gold. Plus 5 defense. So our defense is crazy high now. I don't think we can go down, so we're just going to fight this. Guarding the road, which is a large force of mercenaries hailing from the merchant states of Barrier. Turn back. The road is open for ore shipments from Flint Hills only. I see you are strangers to these lands. Well, you would know me as the lawful Baroness Southheart. I do not record a declaration of war from the Barrian city-states. Therefore, you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? We've committed no crimes. We are honourable merchants here, on contract and merely following orders. I spit on your contract. You have my ore, therefore you are thieves. You will return it, tell me who hired you, and maybe I will ransom you back to your employers. We are not afraid to fight you, Southheart, but be warned. Our contract states that no one wearing Southheart colours is to be spared on the battlefield. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never. You should be treated as thieves and trespassers, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. Then, unfortunately, we must battle. Okay. So it looks like we have a big fight coming up. I'm going to move you there. Yes, we'll leave this like that for now. Get this guy up high. Oh, okay, so they have a range of 2 by the looks of things. Ah, yes, okay. So, these are all out of range at the moment. I'm actually just going to wait with that one. They can't reach anyone at the moment other than, you know, him. So, we're just going to wait with these. This one, on the other hand... Yes, let's take them out. 3 to 5. So he can attack, and because he's on high ground, he gets a massive bonus. Now I can attack with these, now that it's not going to cost me the reload. So yeah, so it's not like with the mana that we had in Heroes of Might and Magic. It's so it doesn't carry over, so you can use it right at the end. It doesn't really matter to you, which is nice. Another level. So now, so we've got 5 troops, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's go with melee offense, ranged offense, and defense. I think that's going to be better for us. Duration 2 rounds. Okay. It's not a temporary. Okay, that's fine. We've already visited you. Let's see what's up here. Lovely. Stone wood, nice. Cecilia's troops searched the smoking remains of Hope's Glade, looking for survivors. The townsfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble, they heard a moan and uncovered a badly injured militiaman. Lady Southheart, we held out as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were too strong. Who did this, Barrians? A troop of Barrian mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur, but it were knights that attacked us, men of Arleon. Setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender, all we could do was flee to the hills north of here. The wounded man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind, but Southheart still stands. Come here. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search these hills before we journey to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. Okay. Let's have a look through all of these houses. lot of resources. Warm gloves. Yeah, we'll take those for now. And gold did look very tempting, but I think I'd rather have the artifact at the moment. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern and the shot and the soot-covered injured. Oh, sorry. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern and the soot-covered, injured and scarred survivors of Hope's Glade. From among them, a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Our minstrels are brilliant. Excellent. Harold, do my eyes deceive? The Baroness of Southheart to grant reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave souls will join your fight. And with your aid, Southheart will stand, returning peace to order and order to the land. Where are the minstrels? Excuse me. Ah, there we go. 30 minstrels. Lovely. So minstrels are really good, and they give us other magic. So now we're getting creation and chaos, as well as the ones from there. So let's have a look. So what we can do is we can put stuff into our quick bar. So we know we get loads of this. So let's put that one in there because that is a ridiculously good magic. The rest of them, meh. But then we also have these. So let's have a look at the ones. So 6 target friendly troop gets double at 2 attacks. That's great. Okay. 3 and 3 swap places. No, I'm not bothered about that. Let's look at something else. I'm looking for the ones because we're not going to use very many of these. Target friendly troopers already made their turn, gets another turn. Okay, so yes, we'll definitely have that one. Because we're not going to use a huge amount of these two because we get loads of this. This is the one we're going to be using a lot. So is there any other? I think there's only 2 that have got just those 2. Then we need to look at blue. All troops get initiative and movement. That's pretty powerful. We've already got that one up there. That's really powerful as well. We don't get any chaos. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. So we've got those done now. Let's carry on. Yeah, the art style I think is just absolutely beautiful. It fits this so well. So at Barkspur, blazing across the lake, Celia saw the settlement of Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of barrier mercenaries. This one led by a wielder. She readies her soldiers for the battle to retake this region. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have a big fight coming up. Here they go. Oh, they came out to me. Okay. Definitely want to have him at the front. Minstrels can go there for now. So let's go with this. So we've got 2 ranged. These are all melee. So these have a really cool thing here. So fear and foe, so +5 to friendly. +5 defense to all friendlies. It costs 1 movement and ends the turn. So we can get everyone within the range for this. Nope. Got there. Nope. Not there. That's where we're going to put him to do it. Unfortunately, I should have done that. See how many of those we can take out. That's fine. I'm taking them out. Do I not have any magic? Ah, here's the magics. Well, oh, because we're on this side. Right, okay. I'm going to wait that. So you can enter, you can enter. Minstrels are actually quite powerful in and of themselves as well, which is pretty nice. Finish them off. Close enough to attack this guy. Looks like we are gonna get close, but not quite. Stop running! Let me hit you. Initiative and movement. There we go. Now I can hit you. Goodbye. So we have victory and we win on those. Lost more than I'd like to, but not bad. After the battle, a beaten Nimandar Breeze is brought before Celia. Wielder, we appeal to your honor and beg that you may negotiate a surrender. I am Nimandar Breeze of the Quartz Battalion and a stranger to these parts. I concede the field and I will withdraw my forces. You are indeed a stranger, Barian, or you would know by my colours that I am Cecilia Southheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused the uprising at my mines? There was a misunderstanding, milady. We were led to believe by our employer that we had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realised our betrayal, we had already signed a contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with your answer, I will spare you. But every Barian of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady Southheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. The information is adequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to the prison in Castle Everkeep, where you may contemplate that honour might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tinderwood. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Nimandar Breeze to Everkeep, where we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend upon me, Lady Southheart. So that is the first sort of opening section of Songs of Conquest. It is an excellent game. I would 100% recommend you going to get it on Steam at the moment. It isn't crazy expensive. I'll let you hear the song. To crush rebellions and push back another upstart. So they have a little song like this in between each. Lady Hammond claimed her settlement. In between each section. It kind of reminds me of The Witcher. The Witcher series on Netflix. It's absolutely excellent. I love it. So yeah. I'd recommend going and grabbing it. There will be a link down in the description for the Steam page release. It is going into early access, as you know. So yeah, I 100% would recommend anyone going and getting it. That's going to be the end of this video. We are going to move on to mission 2 next time. Next time we play in the next video, I will be playing probably through the majority of this game. If you wouldn't mind as well, giving me a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen. And we'll see you back next time in the next episode of Songs of Conquest. So thank you very much.